Time now for Sid Sixero. This is where we got 60 seconds to talk about anything. Let's talk about Jack Campbell for a second. Can we talk about Jack Campbell? He's the guy. He's a #1 goalie in this league. Lock it down, laminate it, fact. Jack Campbell of the Toronto Maple Leafs is that guy. Other night in Philly, he managed his 4th shutout as a member of the Leafs. And going back to the start of last season, he has a goals against of 2.06. You know who has a better goals against over that span? Nobody. He's the list. Plus, he's kind of awesome. May I remind you of what he said after starting last season 11-0?
I definitely owe the boys a nice Red Lobster dinner. That's for sure.
Red Lobster. Just want to pinch his cheeks. Now, it must be said, many teams want to pinch his cheeks next summer. He's in the final year of his contract, and he's looking pretty good. And I bet you a lot of clubs want to sink their claws into this Red Lobster-loving human being. Go, Jack Campbell. I think I love you. I think I love Nick Kypreos as well, Sportsnet 590 The Fan. He's joining us. Kipper, we got a lot of fans here, Kipper. Let's start with Jack Campbell. The love fest for me is fully on.
Me too. It took a while because he's so nice, and I'm like, you can't be that nice. Nobody's that nice. No. It's almost like we're in Eddie Haskell territory, that nice. And it's like, no, he's genuine, and it's real. And now you're like, oh, yeah, I really like him. I really like him.
So what do we look? He's at about $1 million something now on the cap. You know, let's look. I don't think it's wrong to look ahead here because that's what everyone does in the salary cap age in the NHL. If you're on the open market, some of these numbers he's putting up, and he had a pretty good playoff last year. That wasn't his fault. What's the number? If you're repping Jack Campbell, what are you looking for?
Yeah, $5 million has to start with a 5. Yeah. And that one's going to be tricky for the Leafs. They may have the offseason to have to really worry about it because they can take his existing contract right to the end of this season. But they're not going to want to get rid of him. And I don't think his play will fall off the face of the earth here anytime soon, which legitimately puts him at $5 million a year. But he's the man right now, no question about it.
We got 40 seconds. What's your favorite Maple Leaf Gardens memory?
Oh, definitely my first game there ever with my dad. And, you know, I did write about it in great detail in my book, Undrafted, which is still available, Indigo, chapters.
Check it out.
But it was one of those moments in my life where you feel like you're watching the whole world in black and white, and then you walk into the Maple Leaf Gardens for the first time, and everything appears in color. You see the golds, the reds, the greens, the grays, the blues, and it was as if my life changed. But just going there for the first time, you know, Sid, for 45 plus years, it's always been a hard ticket.
Oh, yeah.
No different for my dad. I think a beer guy, he worked in the restaurant business, of course. Beer guy throws him 2 tickets, and it's like your life changed forever on your first visit to Maple Leaf Gardens.
Kipper, great stuff. I'm sure there's a line out there. We're going to hear a few in a second. Nick Kypreos, Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Love you, man. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you.